Hello. Hello, hello, hello. I almost forgot about tonight. Oh my gosh, am I? Oh, I got to turn off. I have a television going on back there. Don't want that in the background. Oh boy. Whoa. Hello, everyone. We have 7 minutes left. I need a break. I need a nap. I didn't nap today. I'm cranky. Oh boy. Let's see. I better turn the air conditioner on. I'll start sweating. Take a nap. Oh man. So we've been looking at houses. I'll just kind of fill in the time by telling you what we've been doing. We've been looking at houses that are a little, we're in a relatively modest house and we've lived well below our means. And we're looking for a little larger, 1 story preferable. And, but you probably won't find that. And let me go back a little. When I was in Las Vegas, we went out to Las Vegas. We kept our house here in New Jersey. We went out to Las Vegas. And the realtors were so bad that I said to Susan, I said, I'm going to get my real estate license. These people are terrible. So I got my real estate license and I ended up being number 7 for Berkshire Hathaway, number 7 out of 1,500. And so I was kind of busy. In fact, when we moved back here to Jersey, I still sold 4 more houses. But my nose is itchy because I didn't have my Nevada license anymore. Of course, you have to take classes all along the way. And in fact, we're in New Jersey. I can't take Nevada classes. I had to give these 4 deals to a salesperson out there, and I gave them to one guy. And these 4 deals were probably 60% of his business for the year. They were really expensive homes. Yeah. So here we are in New Jersey. We're looking at house. And I said to Susan, I said, name one of the realtors we've met. God, name one. And she couldn't. And I said, when I was a real estate agent, you knew who I was. You knew my name. And when you walked out the door, you knew my name tomorrow. Because what would happen is I'd get a list of people signing in, and then I would, the next day, send them a thank you note, handwritten, for coming to my open house. And they went on to my mailing list. And I would send out, I'm not kidding, 500 to 1,000 letters every month. And that's why I did so well as a realtor. My broker said to me, yeah, Langor, that's pretty amazing. You only were in there 2 times. Some of these names, these people, let me see. I got rid of it already. Some of these people were in there 50 times. You were in there twice and your name was picked. That's incredible. So my broker said to me one day, you need an assistant or two. Because I was doing everything. I was doing the sales and the administrative work. But it's actually very easy. I was a tech guy, so I was a computer guy, so I'm very adept at working with computers. I'm not shy about it. And I have to learn, even for YouTube, I have to learn all these little apps and software. It's actually simple. It's time consuming. And you hear me say all the time, my biggest problem is time. And the older I get, the less time I have. So I said to her, I'm going to get my license here in New Jersey. These people are terrible. And so I'm adding more things into the time. So I started you have to take 72 hours of courses, and I'm 49% done. When we were in Florida and we came back, I was 23% done. We've been back 1 week. I went from 23 to 49 in 1 week. So, because when we were in Florida, I wasn't really doing a lot of the real estate stuff. I was driving around and looking at Pokemon stores. I was just having a good time down there. So, well, Jason A. Jason A. I don't remember. I said I can't look right now because I don't want to close this window. And I think I got rid of the names already. Let me look. No, they're here. They might be here. Let me see. Yeah. So a little more. Hold on. I have so much paperwork around right now. It's incredible. Let's put that in the get rid of pile. So they're probably here. No. Where's my list? Well, I printed them up. I don't know where I put them. Nope. And today was garbage day, so I may have chucked them in the garbage. But so I said the realtors here are terrible. You have no clue who they are. They don't ever follow up. They're just lazy. And so I said, I'm going to get my real estate license. Because when I was doing it out there, I actually loved doing it. And I was doing real estate and Pokemon at the same time. And so I'm halfway through the 72-hour course. The 72-hour course is going to take me 100 hours. I don't know how somebody can do that in 72 hours. I have no idea. And remember, I'm coming from having done it for 5 years. So I know all of this stuff. And it's still going to take me 100 hours. There's so much. And because it's different. Every state has different rules. And so in Las Vegas, when you buy real estate, there are no lawyers involved. That the realtor has to be the person that you don't answer legal questions, but has to be the person that does all the paperwork, reviews all the paperwork, make sure everything is done properly. Here in New Jersey, it's different and it's weird. They'll tell you this section is going to take 3 hours. And they spend talking about the laws for 3 hours. And then at the end of 3 hours, they say, and don't ever advise your client on legal matters, refer them to a lawyer. Well, you could have summed up 3 hours in 2 sentences. Like, what? Don't ever answer your client's legal questions, refer them to a lawyer. I mean, it's real simple. It just makes you nuts. It's like, what the problem is, I hate saying this, but because some of you are probably government employees, but it's government employees. The government gets involved with the paperwork and everything gets screwed up. God. I mean, it's crazy. And the way they ask questions, every contract has to be in writing. Every contract, you know that. I don't know if you know that. You have to buy a house, you have to have a contract in writing. And electronic signatures is considered writing. I hope you know that too. As long as both parties agree to accepting electronic signatures. Well, then one of the questions on one of their little tests is, does every contract have to be in writing? And I wrote, yes, of course. And they wrote, no, not necessarily. I'm like, what does that mean? No, not necessarily. What is there? One contract out of 10 million doesn't have to be in writing for some bizarre reason. They have to be in writing. And they consider in writing, like, I think they're talking about who knows what the heck they're talking about. I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I know what earnest deposits are, of course. I sold a lot of houses. And so the cool thing that I want to do, because if I was to sell as many houses here in New Jersey as I did in Nevada, I'll be buying bigger I'll be buying PokeRev boxes. Hello, Chris McCormick. How are you? Oh, so is it? Oh, it's 7:03 already. Now, here's something weird. What did I want to rip today? I wanted to rip something. Oh, by the way, let me go back a little more. Anybody own one of these in their older days or their younger days? Because you have to understand, this is from 26 years ago, this card. And I don't even know. I didn't look. Is it Japanese? Is it English? I don't even know. I will discover that. And there's ways to figure. And there's so many different versions of it. There's little errors here and there on these cards, and they're really hard to find. Hello, Jay's Mix. How are you? So, Jay's Mix, you got something. Is it Jay's Mix that has something coming in the mail? I can't remember. I send out so many letters. I can't remember. I can't remember what I did yesterday. Yeah. Well, they're not $20 anymore. They've crossed the $100 threshold. Man, the stories that I hear with the Ancient Muse, how everybody owned one, but nobody has one. They're all gone. Somebody stole them, or they don't know what they did with them, or all sorts of bad stuff. Or they never got one. They went to the movies. Boy, my nose is itching. Okay, so here's what I wanted to rip. So I'm getting back into the swing of it here, which is shop. Go. Oh. You saw this. This is item number 1. Pretty cool, right? So this is going to be the first item. And it's heavy. I hope I don't have to ship it overseas. Oh, boy. How about trying to find that darn gold card? I would imagine, if the odds are 1 in 1,200 packs, I really didn't want to rip 1,200 packs, to tell you the truth. So, and by the way, obviously, this binder has gotten thick. I mean, you can't see. You really can't tell by looking at that how thick this binder is. This is such a cool, and also I don't know if you could see that. It's soft. It's pretty cool. It's a really nice binder. I like it. That's all that matters. Is this the list? That's not the list. What did I had to throw that list out. I had to. Today's garbage day, and our garbage is sitting out by the curb. So, yes, That gold box has two cards in it. One is a gold Pikachu that has a PSA 10 is worth about $1,200. And the other one is a gold Pokeball. And I don't know how much that one's worth, but it's really pretty incredible. And then I got this in the mail. Somebody sent me this. Pretty cool. I have to make a studio. I have to do my shirts and hats. I have so much stuff. You have no idea how much stuff I have to do. And then you go away for 2 weeks. First you go away for 1 week. 1 week. And while you're there, your sweetheart goes, why don't we stay for 2? Well, I have packed for 1 week. So now we have to do laundry. But that's okay because the hotel we were at had laundry service, which was easy. Didn't have, I'm not talking about like washers and dryers. I'm talking about you put them in a bag, you leave them at the front desk, somebody comes and picks them up, and then later that day they're delivered back, and so you have fresh laundry. Oh, by the way, while I was down there, I rented a car for 3 days. 3 days. Has anybody rented a car lately? Whew. I rented a Chevy Traverse. I had never heard of it. I don't know what a Chevy Traverse is. Now I know. It's actually a very nice car. A nice card. And my nose is really itching. It's a very big car, beautiful car for 3 days. I was stunned at how much it was to rent the car. Because first you have your rental fee, and then you have all that crap on top of it. Oh, so the rental place was 2 miles away. They had to deliver the car to the hotel. I had to pick it up from the valet parking. They then had to, when I was done, I had to bring it back to valet, and then they had to come and pick it up. And all these little things kept adding in. The insurance, yes, indeed. Let me tell you something. I thought New Jersey had bad drivers. Not like, man, Miami has some bad drivers, man. So, Sean, you're not even close. You're not even in the ballpark. So, shark fin, you're a little above, but not much. 3 days. Three. And the cool thing is I have all these videos I can make with time. See, that's the problem. Time. So the cool thing is this little card cost me $25 back 15, 20 years ago. This little card, all you do when you go to a national park is show them this card. It lets you and everybody in the car with you in the national park for no charge, as long as you own this little card. And it's good for all national parks. I paid $25 for it. 12, 15 years ago. And now it's $80. So it's still a great bargain. It gets you into every national park. So I was down there at Alligator Alley, which is the national park, and I went in there and there was no charge. And we've used it a million times to get into not a million, but we've used it a lot to get into national parks. It gets you into the Grand Canyon. It gets you into Zion National Park. It gets you into the arches. It gets you into every national park and everybody in the car with you. So pretty cool. But yeah, oh, that car, when you rent that car, the last thing they say in the contract is fill it up with gas, because if you don't and you bring it back, they're going to fill it up with gas and charge you $13 a gallon. That must be special gasoline. So yeah, it's just crazy. To rent the car for 3 days costs over $1,200. But you know what? We were staying at a nice hotel, and the arrangements they had with the hotel was to deliver the car and to pick up the. So I guess they assumed that everybody staying at the hotel can really wouldn't complain. I mean, to me, I'm not complaining about it. To me, it's a waste of money. I don't like wasting money. Back in the old days, I used to get a whole filet mignon that big. You know what a big filet mignon looks like. It used to be $25, right? $25 for a whole filet mignon. Back when I was 25 years old, which was when I was 25 years old. Hold on. When I was 25 years old, hold on. Long time ago. And now you go to get a whole filet mignon. There's a store by us called the Market Basket, and it'll cost $250 for a whole filet mignon. But if you go to a restaurant, 2 little pieces of filet mignon are going to cost you $250. So to me, that's a good buy. I don't mind buying a whole filet mignon and then having filet mignon until you hate filet mignon. Yeah, I used to walk up. That's right. Oh, no. I see what you're saying. There. Rush Baby Rules. I ran a 10K in Baltimore. It started right outside Orioles ballpark, Camden Yards. It was the old ball. It was before Camden Yards. Let me correct that. I don't know what the old one was called, but Bill Rogers, you may remember the name. Bill Rogers, he won New York Marathon. He won Boston Marathon. He started right next to me. He was such a tiny little man. And I kept up with him for, 10 yards. And then he was gone. But it was weird. So I was there with a friend. We drove down to Baltimore. We knew the race started at 9:00. So we left at like 4:00 to get down there. And we ran the race. We didn't run together because we don't run together, different times. But when I finished the race, it finished, oh, by the way, inside the baseball field. It finished at home plate on the baseball field, which was pretty cool. And I said to him, that was the first race that I ever ran where you had to go out and then turn around and come back. And it was the first race where I ever ran where I went out and it was uphill, and then I turned around to come back, and somehow it was uphill coming back. So yes, Rush Barber rules. It was uphill both directions, but I did have shoes on. So that's the key. Oh, God. I wish I could show you what's over here, the pile of cars that I have. I do have literally a pile right here. Kind of neat, and I tell you what, I love this card. I think this is such a Slow Bro he's about to evolve. And I had no idea that he evolved by getting bit in the butt. Can I say butt, YouTube? I don't know. Get in trouble with YouTube. Oh. I didn't see it. Good now. Once. Slow Bro is funny. Hold on. I need a drink already, and it's only 7:15. Yikes. So, oh, another story. So, PSA's obviously having problems. So I sent cards out to Beckett's. I sent a group out on the 4th of June and a group out on the 24th of July. They say they never received the 24th of July group. And the post office says they delivered it, because it's tracking. They delivered it inside to a desk at 4:58 on the 27th of July. So Beckett's is investigating. Yeah, let's see. I say I sent it. The post office says they delivered it. You said you didn't get it, which means there's a box somewhere in there that they don't, and it's mine. It has, when you send a like a big packing sheet that they tell you it has to look like this. They do. You fill it out. If you've never sent anything in, you fill out their forms online, and then you just print them out. You send a copy with the cards, and you keep a copy for yourself. And I have a copy right there. I'm looking at it, my copy, and there's the post office receipt with the tracking number stapled to it. So, hello, one of a kind. So yeah. Yeah. So I'm going back to the old giveaway way. So it's going to be a 2-week giveaway. This is the first place item. I'm going to be getting more things, but this is number one. And this is a cool little box. If only I knew what was inside it, but I can't read that. That's Chinese. Anybody read Chinese there? But I did. I figured out. I went online to see what was inside it. It's got those two promos, the one of Pikachu and the one of Pokeball. It has a playmat. It has sleeves. It has booster packs. It has the usual. So it's kind of like an ETB, but it's a special one because it's stamped 20. Everything is stamped 25th anniversary. So I'm dying for the 30th anniversary stuff to come out. I've pre-ordered some stuff. So all I have so far for 30th anniversary is this. And just so you know, the front side is the same as the back side. So that's a pretty cool coin. I got that from eBay. I saw it and I said, I have to get it. I'm having a card show in like, I'm going to sneeze. In like 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today. Boy, my nose is itching. That is weird. I have to start. This is calling me. It's very light. So I might do a little of that and a little of this. Boy, oh boy, do I have stuff in that drawer. Do you remember that? That's a Blockbuster card. Blockbuster Video. Do you remember Blockbuster Video? And then along came Netflix. So, okay, man, going to sleep. Just for fun. Where are you that it's 3:30? You have to be in like Eastern Europe somewhere. Maybe Italy. Oh, Mauritius. Yeah. You told us that once. It's a little island, if I remember correctly, that's kind of off the coast of East Africa, I think. I can't remember where it is. I can't remember. I am so sorry. I'm probably wrong. No, UK's I think 5 hours behind us, so or ahead of us. Yeah, I'm going back to the old ways. It was just too complicated, and then trying to explain it to people over and over and over and over and over and over. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And over. Did I say and over? Let's see how you open this darn thing. It's fighting me. How many packs are in here? And how does a pack get like that in there? I didn't do that. How does a pack get like that inside the box? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 packs. And I think there's 4 cards per pack. So that's 72 cards in a box. Look, you can't even straighten it out. It goes right back down. Okay, let's see. Let's start it up and see what we got. That is a cool looking box, though. You got to admit. Watch how well I know these. I think there's only 28 different cards, but there's like 6 variations of each card. So I'm going to have to rip the little top. You know, I don't know if you realize it. There's a little, let's see if you can see it. You can see it there. There's a little notch where all you got to do is go like that and you can rip them. I don't have a garbage bag here. Normally I have a garbage bag. I'm throwing everything on the floor right now. I hope Susie doesn't come up or she's going to start yelling at me. She's going to yell at me. Oh, I get yelled at by everybody. Okay. Oh boy, right off the bat. I had a girlfriend that had lips like that at one time. Who is that? In fact, before I go on, let me come over here. And get one of these. Hello, Batman. Brooks fish. I think there's a nice Brooks fish in here. Oh boy, I am going to strike out so bad with these. Man, oh man, I have no idea who that is. Oh God. SARs, right. You're right. SAR, Special Art Rares. So who was that? Crabominable. Yeah. Oh, come on. I should remember that. Boy, I am striking out big time tonight. I don't see anybody jumping on this name. Oh, yeah, right. Okie dokie. Right. Right. You know, look at this. This is a master ball. Who is that? I don't remember a mushroom. Oh, my goodness. I wonder if I should do this. course, there's probably going to be more. Yep, it worked. I transferred the cards that were in here to give me more room into here, to give me more room to do things. Oh, and I saw my first, I may have mentioned this. I saw my first Pokemon vending machine. It was in a, it was in a rest stop on New Jersey's Garden State Parkway. I didn't get anything because it didn't look interesting. If I was going to do that, this you have to love. I love this. This is Dugtrio, but they're blondes. Why are they blonde? Oh my goodness. The Dugtrio. Well, I'm doing good right now. I'm on a run. Alolan Dugtrio, yeah. This is Slackhorse. Three non-blondes. I've seen them in concert a long time ago. I don't know if you remember that group. Slackhorse. Oh boy. Then there's this one. But look at the reverse holo here. Look at that pattern. It's beautiful. Who is it? I don't know. I have no idea. And then we have Cufant. It's a Master Ball Cufant. I'm so far behind in everything, it's hard to believe. Oh, even today, I thought I'd be able to get everything done with the names being picked and have the video online by 3 o'clock. I didn't get it online until 5. My goodness, it was. And I haven't had a nap and I'm very tired. And then I sat down at the computer and said, oh man, I have a live in. I went downstairs and I said, hey, Suze, I have a live in 40 minutes. Want to take over for me? Yeah, want to take over for me. Well, that'd be the day. She'd come up here in disguise. She'd come up here in disguise. So I just have to figure out how to get around this algorithm thing. It's making me crazy. Okay, we have this is simple. Applin. Now, Applin becomes Diplin, and there's sour apple is Flapple, and sweet apple is Appleton. How I remember it, here we go. Just a little while ago. Okie dokie. Now the next card, watch. The next card's very pretty. Watch this. Very pretty card. Look at the holo on that. It's Persian. Persian. But the holo is spectacular. Why don't they do this on English cards? American. And here's a good one. This is I know who this is, and I can't remember their name. It begins with a C. I can't remember their name. But it's stamped. It begins with a C. Tell me, anybody know? Castform. See, I knew it began with a C. I just could not remember Castform. The pleasures of being 74 and a half. Am I a half yet? No. No, not yet. I'm putting it in here. I'm going to send it to the Beckett's and they're going to lose it. Who did I send that to? I pulled a crocheted card last week. I can't remember. I didn't even know they had a crocheted card of that Pokemon. Do you have a list of the final binder entries? I do. I can't look at it right now, and I probably got rid of it, but I can reprint it and I can put it on and just show you. And remember, they were picked by random. So if there were 1,000 people that commented or 1,000 comments and your name didn't get picked, my name's not random. So random. Did I say how many times I had to explain it to people? Random. Random. And I would put it in capital letters. Random. My name's not in there. Random. Oh, I have too much fun doing this stuff. It should be illegal. Okay. Somebody said who that was a while ago. It's Crabominable. I'll never forget. 100%. I don't know who this next one is. I don't know who this is. Who's this? No idea. Yeah, I did say over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I got to the point where I was copying and pasting my comment, my response, and you just pasted it into the next one and the next one and the next. Oh, Clobopus. I should have known that. It looks like Clobopus. Here's Applin. Oh, and here is stamped Crabominable. But look at the reverse hollow pattern on this. It's like the English ones. And somebody told me, I don't know if you know this, but I did not know this at that time, that right here in the silver, let's see if I can find it here. It says Chinese. No, you can't see it. But when I do this, oh, it says Pokemon. I'm sorry. It says Pokemon in the silver part, but you can't see it. So on the Chinese cards, it says Pokemon. So it's pretty cool. That's how you can tell. Of course, I was in a card store in Florida, and they were selling them too, but they advertised them as being counterfeit. They had counterfeit Pokemon cards, and I was looking at a counterfeit versus an original. And hold on a sec. Those machines inside the middle of the Pokeball, inside there, they're diamond patterns, but you need like a microscope to tell. And the machines they use to copy them can't make those patterns for some reason. It's just bizarre. But what the heck? If there's a way to scam somebody out of something. Now, I didn't know what you just said. It says here, simplified Chinese is CHS and CHT for traditional. I didn't know they had two different Chinese. I didn't know that. You learn something every day. Well, at card shows, I don't buy cards. I'm sorry. If somebody walks up to my table and says, "Would you like to buy some cards?" Would you? Nope. No. Sorry. Not at card shows. I don't know who you are. I'm not buying cards from you. Nope. This is just somebody walking around. They might have 10 cards, of which one is fake, and they know it, and they mix. I don't know. But if ever you've seen the show Pawn Stars, like the owner of the shop says, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust anyone. C hugs the circle in real cards. Fake ones have the C in the middle of the circle for simplified gem packs. I'd have to let's look at that. Oh, yes, right. That's where it is. I'm sorry, I misstated. Inside, I think inside the P, inside the middle of the P is where the diamonds, and it can't copy it. I can't even remember. But they had a lot of counterfeit cards for sale. Just why would anybody buy a counterfeit card? Doesn't make sense to me. That's like having a counter. Oh, yeah. When you're 74 years old, every day is a weekend. So the weird thing is, let me tell you something weird about where I live. Let me rip this with a scissor. The weird thing about where I live is I live in a county called Bergen County, and they have laws called blue laws. And on Sunday, stores are closed. Stores are not open unless they sell perishable items like food stores. Food stores can be open, but every other store is closed. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They regulate our bird feeders. How bizarre is that, man? It's don't get me going on the government. I do not like the government. I do not like the government. This is Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory. I'm shocked I knew that. Because for that Monkey Dory, knowing I didn't know who this was. Bear. I don't know. Who's that? Yeah, they regulate your bird feeders. There's too much government. There's way too much government. It's the largest business in the country, the U.S. government. Nobody's saying who this is. I'm waiting for a name, people. Nobody knows. I'm going to have to go into the assumption nobody knows that name. Because, and you think that's bad. Beware. Right. Here we go. This pack is killing me. I don't know who that is. But all I can say is they do have a nice reverse hollow pattern. Oh, it's the whole card. It's not just the reverse misspell. It's, I don't know how you say that. Misprint. And then we have a Master Ball. Boy, I am tired. Can you tell I'm tired? 'Cause I think I'm exhibiting all the symptoms. I'm starting to get slurring words. Meditate. These are cool cards. I love these cards. I wish, I'm kind of, sometimes I'm a little upset with the way English cards look, how they, like the Japanese cards are so much nicer than English cards for some reason. I haven't had a big hit yet. You notice that, right? So, here we go. It's not a big hit. It's just that it's Dipplin. That's Dipplin. And then I knew that, and that may be the only one in this group that I know. Oh, no. I don't know who this is. You said it before, and I can't remember. I don't know. Hello, Rick 9. Yeah, the hollows do look a lot nicer, and there's no doubt about it. This is Okie dokie, no doubt. Tapu Bulu. You're right. But look at the whole card has that pattern on it. It's not just in the reverse hollow area, it's the whole card. Wow. And this is a pretty card, but I have no idea who this is. Zero clues. It's a Master Ball of, I don't know. Yes, indeed, I am out of gas. Hello, Weeb. Yeah, you know what? You know what I even had before? Just trying to get my energy going. I'm going to say an hour ago, I had a pretty good sized cup of coffee. Just today was a laggard day. And then, oh, I got to tell you this. Okay. So we go to Florida, and I have all these flowers. And we have a sprinkler system in our lawn. So it sprinkles the flowers that are, we have the lawn, and then we have the bushes near the house and the flowers in there. They all get sprinkled. But I have flowers going up the steps, potted flowers, nice ones. And on the side of my house, I have this, when you're pulling up the driveway, all you see is red geraniums. There's a lot of them, and I love red geraniums. So Susan has a friend who said she was going to water our potted plants, because what happens is the plants are big, they're very healthy, but you have to water them. When it's 90 degrees, I water those plants at least morning and evening. Most of the time, probably morning, noon, and evening. And we came back, and 2 of them didn't make it. And all the red geraniums, I have spray that I have to spray on them that makes them smell, because the deer eat geraniums. So the flowers. So we came back, and all the flowers were eaten. They're 100% gone. Yeah, what can you do? But they're coming back. They're coming back. We've been back a week, and I can see a couple red ones. I sprayed them already. Spray them with this stuff. This stuff smells, man. It's such a bad smell. and the deer won't. The deer will come up and, well, there's so many deer here, it's hard to believe. They will. The problem with deer is not that they eat the flowers. The problem with deer is they might have ticks on them. And Susie's very afraid of ticks for some reason. I've never had a tick issue. I can't imagine, they have this tick that bites you and you become allergic to beef or to meat, not beef, everything but fish and poultry. And I don't like fish. So that would be a disaster. Oh my, this evolves from Cubone, I think. And I don't know who that is. Does anybody know who that is? Because that looks like Cubone in the little corner up here. I don't see people jumping on this name either. Lairon evolves from Aaron. Has anybody ever seen that skit? Oh, I can't remember. It's something and Peel that. Hold on. Keegan and Peele. Has anybody ever seen the skit where one of them is he's like an inner city teacher, and he goes out to the suburbs, and he's like a substitute teacher for a day. Aaron, oh my God! It's one of the funniest skits you can watch. Him trying to say white people's names. It's they, and the way they came up with that idea was the two of them were sitting down watching I think a football game, and in the beginning they have the guys saying what their name is and what school they came from, what university they played at. And one of the names, the Jets had a football player that had the most bizarre name, and I'm not going to remember it right now. But that's how they came up with the idea for that. Let's reverse it. Let's get the inner city black substitute teacher, put him in a white class with just regular names, and he just can't say them. He screws them up, and he's taking attendance, and he's going, "Hey, Aaron," and everybody's looking around like, "Who's he talking about?" And then the one kid goes, "Do you mean Aaron?" And he gets, "Oh, well, so that's how you want to do it." I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Oh, it's just so much fun. You got to love those guys. Okay, Monkey Dory. So as you can see, we're going through the repetitively now. And here we go, Crabominable, because there's only like 24 or 28. Oh, it's stamped. There's only 28 Pokemon in this set, but there's 6 or 8 different versions of each one. It could have a regular reverse holo. It could have a Pokeball reverse holo. It could have Master Ball reverse holo. It's crazy. And he really botched when they do that Keenan and Peele. Is it Kelly and Peele? What's the girl's name that they can't get? Oh man, this sucks that I can't remember this stuff. Jacqueline. He sees the name Jacqueline, and I think his head explodes. Jaqueline. That's what he calls her, Jaqueline. Oh my God. Yeah, I love humor. These guys, they're very funny, those two gentlemen. Jacqueline. Yeah, there it is. Jay Quellen. She's like, look there. Jacqueline? And he's yelling at him. You know, people are afraid to say that's me because he's yelling at him. I can't wait until this 30th anniversary set comes out. I'm really ready for 30th anniversary. What is this? I mean, come on. How do I not know what this is? Oh, I got a hit. I got a special art rare coming up, and I haven't seen what it is yet. So what is this guy? It looks like half apple, half turtle. That's not Appleton, is it? It looks like half apple, half turtle. It could be. I don't know. But I have a special art rare coming up. I can't remember. Something like Lyron, maybe, or I can't remember who this is. Thank you, Sir Side Duck. I appreciate that. Okay, come on. Somebody has to know who this is. Ledian. Yep. So here goes. It's Kufant, and it's hiding a. That's two cards right there. It's hiding a. There they are, 3 black stars. So let's see who it is. Oh my. I know who that is. It's, oh my, come on. I can't remember his name. Kecleon. Yeah. Is that a cool card? I think that's a cool card. And there's baby Kecleons. I mean, if you look at it, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 Kecleons in there. Yes, if you can, sure. Kecleon. That was very helpful. Yes. Kecleon. There's 4 in there. If you look, there are 4. There's one up here that's upside down. There's one right there, and there's one right there. I think this is a nice card. I send it to Beckett's, but I'm afraid they're going to. I'm now very afraid of Beckett's. If they've lost those cards, man. My head's. Is anybody out there a real estate agent? Anybody? I want to talk about that for a little while. Anybody out there a realtor? You saw a 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's one over here. A little one right there. 5. Wow. Bridget Walk. Good call. Good catch. Okay. Anybody out there a realtor? You know, the really amazing thing about real estate here in New Jersey versus Las Vegas. Now, there's really expensive homes in Las Vegas. I lived in a senior community. Senior communities don't generally have multi-million-dollar homes. Senior communities are generally for seniors that are trying to downsize. Even though there were homes that sold for, I sold, I think, 3 homes for over $1 million. But my average home was probably about $500,000, $600,000, maybe even a little less. In the beginning, it was probably a little less when I first started because I was getting the less expensive. I wasn't getting the high-end homes, because nobody knew who I was. But as I grew, everybody knew who I was. Everybody, it sounds weird, but there's in that community I lived in, it's called Sun City. There were 8,000 homes, and literally everybody knew me. It was so odd, and I would just get calls out of the blue. I sold homes for people I had never met. I sold homes. I got a phone call. Hi, this is Jackie Smith. I live in Los Angeles. My aunt just passed away in Sun City, and we want you to sell their home. And I'm like, oh, okay. How'd you get my name? Well, my aunt was friends with the person next door, and the person next door recommended you. And it's like, holy crow. I never met those people I sold their house. Here was a good one. See, I love talking real estate stories. Is anybody out there a realtor? Let me tell you what's good about real estate and what's bad about real estate. Hello, Squawker. How are you? I'm glad you can make it on Sundays. So, I hope I'm saying your name right, Squawker. It looks like Squawker. The thing about real estate is, what I would tell people is it's actually a great job. It's a great job. You do your own hours. You're your own boss. You can make a substantial amount of money. There's only one drawback, and that is generally you don't make your first sale right away. It takes 3, 4, 5, 6 months before you make your first sale. Can you last 6 months without an income? So what I would say to somebody, if you're a realtor, if you want to become a realtor, keep your job wherever you're working and get your real estate license and sell real estate on weekends. This way you have your regular income coming in until you get your first deal. Now, I was lucky. I started selling right around Thanksgiving. Think about this, the third or fourth week in November, and I sold the house right away. And the first week of January was my first closing. So I went 6, 7 weeks to my first closing, and then a week later was my second closing, and then all of a sudden I start getting that person knows that person knows that person knows that person, and so when Squeaker, but everybody else says it the way you say it. It's a nickname from high school, from the way I laugh. Oh, Squeaker. I got you. Okay. So I almost say the wrong things. Sometimes words are ready to come out and I just think about before I say them and I don't say them. So you have to figure out, it's really simple to do. Open houses are gold mines. You meet a lot of people in open houses. You don't sell the house you're in an open house. You can, but when you do an open house and 30 groups of people come in, so one person buys it. Say one person puts an offer in on it. That means 29 people didn't like it for some reason. But you know what? You now have their contact information. You have their name and address. And what I would do is then handwrite a thank you for coming into my open house note and mail it to them the next day and stay in touch with them. And you'd be surprised how staying in touch with people gets to selling a lot of real estate, a lot. I've actually I got a phone call. I'll tell you 2 stories. I got a phone call and the person said, hi, we're thinking of selling our house. We got your name from a for sale sign around the corner from us that you sold the house a month ago. And we want to talk to you about selling our house. I said, fine. And they go, and we have meetings scheduled Saturday with 6 other realtors. So when are you available? I said, well, when's the first meeting? And they said 10 o'clock. I said, okay, put me down for 9 a.m. So I went there at 9 o'clock. I gave my little speech. Why should we use you? I can give you a lot of reasons. Everybody knows who I am. That's why. Because I just sold that house around the corner and they were very happy. And so I'm just talking to these people and it was just having a nice conversation. And I said, if you decide to go with me, let me know. And if you go with the other people, it's fine. You choose who you want to choose. And I got in my car and drove home. It took me 5 minutes to get home. I got home and I'm in the garage and my phone rings. And I go, hello, this is Mark. Can I help you? And they go, hi, you just were at our house giving us a presentation on listing. I said, yes. They go, we just canceled all the meetings with the other people. We want you to list the house. That's why you ask, what other meetings do you have planned? And you go there first if you can, because very easily they can like you and just shut everything down. But I'll tell you one other story. This one kills me. This is how realtors see. This bothers me about realtors. So, you hear people saying we should deal with comps, comparatives. We compare to homes. Okay. Well, I did things that way, but I also throw in little caveats and I'll explain it as I'm going along. So I get a phone call from a gentleman on Highland Falls. He lives on the golf course. He has a view of the Las Vegas Strip. Beautiful house, beautiful backyard on the golf course with the strip in the background. Beautiful. So he goes, we've already met. He calls me and goes, we've already met with 7 realtors. We want to get one more opinion and we're going to ask you to come in and meet with us. So I went in. I did a little research. I put together a little package and I went in and sat down with them and they said, blah, 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 blah. What would you list our house at? I said, I'd list your house at $900,000. And they said, we just had 7 other realtors come in and they want to list it from 650 to 750. All of them are in that ballpark. You're $150,000 above the highest. How can you justify that? I said, well, it's simple. So you have to have answers for people. And I said, right now, there are 2 houses in Sun City on the market that are on the golf course and have views of the strip. One of them's priced at $1.2 million. The other one's priced at $1.1 million. I said, they're bigger than you. They have pools. I said, so I'm looking at the fact 1.2, 1.1, somebody that doesn't want a pool, that wants to be on a golf course and have a view of the strip, 900,000 is the perfect house. And they said, that makes sense. So we're going to list with you. So they listed with me. I sold it a week later at $890,000. And they were so thankful that I actually made them anywhere from $140,000 up to $240,000 more than the other realtors. I think a lot of realtors, see, what I didn't have when I was out there, when I was selling houses, I didn't have bills. I'm old, everything's paid for. And Susie, are you on here? Because every once in a while she sneaks on and I want to see if she's out here. But no. So yeah, it was serious money. I made them an extra $150,000. They loved me. They were, now I'm a Roman Catholic. They were a very, very Jewish family. They had a mezuzah on the front door. But see, I know what these things are. So whenever I see a mezuzah, I talk to them about that. I talk to them about the Jewish religion. And I just ask questions and let them speak. And so, yeah, they were thrilled. I stayed in touch with them for a long time. I still have, let me see. It's out here. I don't know if this is the one. There's 2 of them. Let me look. This is not the one. It's the other one has to be out here. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. when I'm getting somebody to sign a contract, I give them this a cross pen. I don't give them one of these pens. Whoops. Oh, no. I can't believe I just did that. Don't call me. So, so I get him to sign a with a cross pen. Of course, it's a nice pen. It has a nice feel. It has a nice weight to it. So I have a client that they were in Sun City and they were moving. They were moving back to Texas. So they had me sell their house and they were very happy with what I did. So what they did was he got me a cross pen, but look, let's see. I'm trying to see if you can even see. Oh, there it is. See it? He had it engraved and gave me a cross pen. We've been back 2 years. 2 years. I still get phone calls from them. See, piss off. I still get phone calls from okay. They moved out to Houston. While they were out there, they missed where they used to live. So they moved back. So I sold their house to move them out. I handled their purchase of a new house when they moved back. And then they moved back to Texas again. I sold their house again. So I did 3 transactions with shoop, shoop, shoop. Or this was a good one. I'm in an open house, and in the door walks a family. Hello, I'm Mark. Nice meeting you. And the gentleman goes, hello, my name is Franco Greco. I said, oh, Franco, parlo italiano. Franco Greco. And he starts speaking to me in Italian. And I said, poquito, poquito. But at that moment, because I said, I speak Italian, to the Italian gentleman, I became his realtor. His wife's name was Giuseppe. Okay. Giuseppe is the guy version of Giuseppe. That's a lot with Italian. If you haven't, Roberta is the same as Roberto, except for genitalia. So if you have an O, it's masculine. If you have an A, it's feminine. Well, Giuseppe versus Giuseppe. And Giuseppe is spelled Giusseppe. Italians pronounce E as A, Giuseppe. And so when I sent her paperwork in, this is how you have to be very careful. These idiots that record stuff at whatever it's called, the recording office where they record deeds, they changed her name to Giuseppe. Giuseppe. They made her a man. And I caught it. And it was already done. They did it. My paperwork was correct to the title company. The title company's paperwork was correct to the county, but the county person screwed it up because they just thought they spelled Giuseppe wrong. So they corrected it. Well, I caught it right at the beginning. And I said to Franco and Giuseppe, I said, here, look at my paperwork. It's correct. I spelled your names. You know what I do is you have to do this. You go in there and say, here's a piece of paper and here's a pen. Write down, print your name, your legal name, how it should appear on your title, unless you're going into a trust. And a trust can't get a loan. So if you're going to put it into a trust, but you have to get a loan, you have to get it first as a person and then transfer it to a trust. But I'd have them write their name down, and then and I say, sign it. And then I would put it in their folder. This way they can't say to you a month later, you spelled my name incorrectly. And all I would do was go. That never happened. I never had an issue with all those homes I sold. That was an issue. They spelled her name wrong. I didn't do it, but they were happy that I caught it right away and they corrected it right away. Imagine when it was time to sell her house that her name didn't match the name on the deed. And guess what? When it was time to sell her house, I was the person that represented them when they bought that house. And then they moved X years later. I was the representative that sold their house. It's incredible. Once you get that ball rolling downhill, the real estate ball, let me tell you something, it gets a lot of momentum. And I would get phone calls at 7 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock at night. My phone would ring. I sold the guy a house. Then I got to start ripping here. I sold the guy a house. He bought a townhouse on a Friday. I'm going to class on Monday. I'm out driving to class. My phone rings at 8:30 in the morning. I go, hey, and now, of course, on my phone, I knew who it was because I had his name in my phone. Okay, Jim, what's up? He goes, I just drove my car through my garage door. Can you help me? And I'm like, now, to get the phone call, I had stopped the car. For somebody to call me that early in the morning who just bought a house from me, I'll stop the car. I said, I'll be right there. So I turned around. I went over to his house. He was in the garage with the garage door down. He just wanted to back his car up a foot. And his foot slipped off the brake onto the accelerator, and he went through the garage door. So luckily, well, when you're in this business, you get to know everybody and you get to know who the good people are. And and I can't remember now what the name of the garage door company was, but I said, give this guy a call, tell him I referred you to him and that here's your issue. And he'll be out here today and replace your garage door. And son of a gun, I'm going to say by 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he had a brand new garage door on his house. And he was so thankful. But how's that for bizarre happenings? Man, if it can go bizarre in real estate, it does. So hello, Fish Frenzy Addiction. You, if I'm not mistaken, you entered a lot of times, man. A lot of times. Multi Scotty entered the most. There's no doubt about that. He had to. He had to be in there like 60. Oh, when I say 60 times, I mean he pulled 60 times. That means he probably entered 600 times. Yeah, I have good things that have happened to me. Oh, I know who this is. I think that's Poltergeist. That's Poltergeist, right? Yeah, I'm not going to do that again. I just wanted to try it to see how it would affect the algorithm. It didn't. So I'm sure that's Poltergeist. I'm sure it is. And I know this is Kufant. I know. I'm 4 for 4 in this pack. Execute. Those darn cute eggs. They are cute. You got to admit, they're cute eggs. They don't look like they could kill you. They look cute. Then they kill you. And a master ball of Slackoff. 4 for 4, baby. 4 for 4. Anybody that just came on, let me just do this. This is the first place box for the next giveaway. As I said before, I hope I don't have to ship it overseas because it's not light. It's the Chinese 25th anniversary. And it has 2 awesome gold cards inside. And I'm going to tell you right now, I hate saying it. I'm saying, what should I say about the second place? This is going to be second place. I'm going to put this in. I love Ancient Mew. You know, everybody has a story, and they're not good. They're not good. Most of the stories I hear about Ancient Mew end up in tragedy. End up with either not yet, no. I still have stuff to do to catch up. They either lost it, somebody stole it, they don't know where they put it. Yeah, that's right. I can't believe. I know, but anybody can see it. It's too late. It's already on the video. Don't call me. Of course, if you call me, I'm going to put you on the bad list. Oh my God. I'm surprised the phone hasn't already rung. Oh my goodness. Hold on. You know what I think? I mean, I hate saying it. I think everybody here is a normal person. These aren't the Abby normals. Do you remember where the name Abby Normal comes from? Does anybody know that? Have you ever heard, what's that person's name? I think it was Abby something. Abby Normal? Does anybody remember that? Young Frankenstein. That's right. The guy with the Igor, whatever the heck his name is supposed to get a brain from somebody, but he drops it. So he takes the brain that says abnormal on it and they put it inside. The guy's name was Peter something. I sat in front of him at a boxing match one time. I can't remember what his name was. He was on a show, Everybody Loves Raymond. He was Raymond's father. Young Frankenstein, great movie. What was the song that they sang at the end when they were dancing in tuxedos? Do you remember? No, it's not Peter Falk. No, Peter Falk is the one, the Princess Bride that's talking to the little kid. In Young Frankenstein, what's the song that they were putting on the Ritz? Hey, Kimberly, very good. Putting on the Ritz. Oh my gosh. Wow, I haven't seen that movie in forever. You want to know a good movie? You can watch it. It's a black and white. It's on YouTube. It's free. It's actually cheesy. If you like cheesy horror movies, which I do, there's a cheesy one on YouTube called, hold on. What is it called? I just went blank. I'm thinking Young Frankenstein, but it's not Young Frankenstein. It's, hold on. The Crawling Eye. The Crawling Eye. EYE. It's about this monster. It kind of looks kind of like an octopus, but it doesn't have stickers. It has tentacles, and it has a big eye. And Peter Boyle, very good. Peter Boyle. Well, Kimberly's hot tonight. She's mango. And The Crawling Eye. Hello, Amine Bay, or I don't know how you say some of these names, but it's really a good movie. Forrest Tucker, the sergeant from, I'm going to ask you a question and see if you know this. The sergeant from F Troop. Do you remember the show F Troop? Does anybody out there remember the show F Troop? Here's a good question. You won't know this, Sir Sidek, because of where you live. There was the sergeant and a corporal. The corporals, the Indians were the Hakawis, and they got their name from where the heck are we? Where the heck are we? The Hakawis. But there was a Corporal Egarn on that show. And the question is, where was he from? Yeah, Sergeant O'Rourke. Very good. Where was he from? Corporal Egarn. That's a good trivia question. And it's weird. Okay, just Pete now. Thank you for stopping by here, man. I know it's 5 hours difference, so you're approaching like 3 o'clock. My nose is itching. I'm sorry. Corporal Egarn was from Passaic, New Jersey. That's and Passaic is, I'm going to say, 20 miles from here. It's so town. It's not quite Newark, but it's Passaic. The one good thing about Passaic, I think Passaic is where there's a White Castle there. 10 o'clock Monday here. Well, I told you, Sir Sidek, we had an exchange student from Adelaide stay at our house for a year. Yeah, Passaic probably does have rough parts, yes. I think that I'm hoping it was in the White Castle was in Passaic and not Clifton. You know, it's they're right next to each other, and it's hard for me to know exactly which town the White Castle was in. Kufan. Here we go again. Remember before I couldn't remember who it was. I said it was a C. It was a C word. The C word. Oh my God. No, that didn't sound right. It begins with a C. I can't remember who this is. Cast form. See, is that weird? Now here's this is Flapple. This next card is beautiful. This next card is actually a beautiful card. Bruxish Master Ball. That is actually a really pretty card. Like I said, I had a girlfriend a long time ago that had lips like that. Sunny cast form. You're right. You're right. It is a sunny cast form. Very good. Oh, boy, I have so many boxes I have to get. There's so much shopping I have to do. I am so far behind in everything. It's crazy. Okie dokie. Then I'm not sure. Somebody said that before what it was, and I can't remember. Meditate, yeah. And there's no doubt about it. This is Poltergeist. In fact, that's 2 Poltergeist. 2 in a row. But I'm not complaining because I love, and it's just, this is sitting here looking at me. And this is a hollow. It's beautiful. It's a vending card. You remember those? I love when I go into a store and I see something like that. And I have to get it. That's what happened here. I went into a store and I saw this and said, "Oh my God, I have to get that." And then I said, I have to give it away. And it was pricey. But so I can't wait. Do we have a Pokeball and the No, that box has the Pokeball and the Pikachu. They're both gold. But here's those cute eggs. Now this, of course, I couldn't remember who it was until somebody said who it was. Kecleon. Of course, then I knew it was Kecleon. So here's another Kecleon. I'm not sure who this is. And the next one I remember. Clobopus. Boy, my nose is really itching tonight. I don't understand why. There's got to be something in these packs that makes my nose itch. Clobopus. So C Piss Off is actually giving me a list of names tonight. So I'm going to do something with that when she sends. I think C Piss Off is a guy. I'm sorry. C Piss Off is a guy. It's hard for me to remember because I don't know anybody. Oh, I just had one of these, but here's another one. But this one is a Pokeball. But it is a cool card. Look at that. I think that's a pretty card. Let me look at something. Is there more than one Kecleon in this one? No, one Kecleon. Then again, I'm sure this is a Poltergeist. I know it is. A pole dancing Kecleon? Crabominable. And a Master Ball of, is that a print problem? Let me see something. Oh, they're all like that. Oh, I never noticed that before. Huh, I'll show you. It's a Persian. But look at here. I said, is that a print error there? No, everyone's like that. So pretty cool. So yeah, I can't wait to get back. My objective is, so I have I'm done with basically 50% of the 75-hour, 72-hour pre-course, and then I have to get fingerprinted, which is no big deal. And I have to hook up with a realtor. I'm going to go with Keller Williams because I'd love to do Berkshire Hathaway, but in North Jersey here, they have no presence. So I don't want to go working for a brokerage that nobody knows who they are. And so I'm probably going to go with Keller Williams because my son is with Keller Williams in Tennessee. And so I talked to him. We play Call of Duty every night. As I show you, that's my Call of Duty TV screen back there. That's a 65-incher. And it's a QLED, I think is what it's called. I think that's what it's called. And we play Call of Duty every night. And I talk to him all the time about real estate because he knows about Keller Williams that I don't. It's funny. I play Call of Duty with my oldest son and my second son, and with my oldest son's son. So I play Call of Duty with my grandson. How cool is that? I think that is so cool. One day when I'm gone, my grandson's going to be able to say to his father, "Remember when we used to play Call of Duty with Grandpa?" And I think that is so cool. I'm hoping that's another 40 years from now. 40 years from now. I think it is cool. And my son, the second son, this is how I do it. My oldest son's 46. It's easy to remember his because he was born in 1980. So he's 46 this year. So I call him 46 already. He'll be 46 in November. 46, 44, 41, 38. That's how I remember how old my kids are. I start with my oldest and just have to remember how old he is. And then he's 2 years younger. He's 3 years younger. She's 3 years younger. So I wish I could tell you his story, and her story. And I can't. They're all so interesting. But his story the first one, the oldest, is the topper. I wish I could tell you. I can't. I'm not allowed. He specifically asked me, Dad, and so I don't. So pretty incredible. So, so yeah, we play Call of Duty every night. And by the way, no kidding around. My handle is RPG Grandpa. So, what I was going to say was my second son. I'll tell you that in a little while. My second son, whenever we win a game when we kill somebody, and my second son is very proud to say, "You do understand that's a 74-year-old man that just killed you." So here we are. If you're playing Call of Duty, one of the maps is based on Alcatraz Island. Okay, so the biggest building in Alcatraz Island is the prison. So and there's gas that moves around. If you don't know the game, gas that kind of moves and forces you to move with it. You can't stay in the gas because you'll choke to death. So you have to stay in the fresh air, which keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller and pushing people together. So what happens is every time a game starts, for a minute before that, there's a little warm-up period where you can run around and shoot each other and whatever. And one of the things I do in that warm-up is you parachute down into the warm-up. I parachute to a car, and I get in the car and drive around and run people over. And it's hilarious when you're coming at somebody full speed in a car and they're shooting at you with a machine gun. They know they're not going to be able to get out of the way. So either A, they're going to get you, or B, you're going to get them. And chances are B, you're going to get them. So we're up on the prison roof. It's near the end of the game. There's a couple people left. It's us against them. 2 teams left. Us 4 that are on the prison roof, and the other team of 4, which is inside the prison. But the gas is pushing everybody out of the prison. So we're up on the prison roof, and my son's, I got my headphones on with my little microphone right in front of me. Okay, man, go ahead. Have fun. Take care, Pack Ripper. So he goes, "Hey, Dad, do what you do best." That's all he said to me. And I looked down, and there's a car there. And I said, "What the hell?" So I parachute off the prison roof, get in the car, back it up into the gas, pull forward, trying to find them. I'm trying to find these people. Back up into the gas again, start pulling forward. And as I pulling forward, I see there's a firefight going on between 2 people, us and them. And here I come, full speed, bam. And I run the guy over, but I didn't kill him. I just knocked him down. And then I put it in reverse and backed up over him and killed him. And that's what won. And then all of a sudden, boom, we won, victory. And the final kill was me running somebody over. And you can hear your teammates, all 3 of them, and they're all cracking up laughing at the guy that I just ran over. And you hear my son going, "That's a 74-year-old man that just ran over your ASSINE." Oh, we have so much fun every night. It is every night. And one day when I'm gone, they're all I'll tell you one other story. I love Call of Duty stories. We're playing Call of Duty. It's me, my oldest son, my second son, and a kid named Zach. Zach is younger. He's 12. He's very good. These 12-year-olds are great. All they do is play Call of Duty. They're great. So my second son is the best. My first son is the second best of those 2. And Zach is almost as good as my second son. So my second son is the best. My first son is it's still good. They're much better than me. My reactions, when I'm aiming with the Xbox, I'm aiming like it's trying to, I'm all over the place. I'm terrible. So you can choose all sorts of weapons. Well, my aim is so bad that I use RPGs or shotguns. So I have a shotgun called a Jack 12. It's a fully automatic shotgun, like a street sweeper. And so It's to the point where there's one bad guy left and us four. Me, my oldest son, my second oldest son, and Zach. 3 really good players and me. This guy is great. The guy that we're trying to kill, he kills my oldest son, my second son, and Zach. And all that's left is me. And at that point, everybody's thinking the game's over because this is me. I'm not good. I'm good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not terrible, but I'm not as good as them. They're much better than me. And if somebody just killed them, I have no odds, no chance. So I have a automatic shotgun and I see him, and all of a sudden I just pull the trigger and all you hear is thump, 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 thump. That's how the shotgun sound it makes. Thump, 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 thump. Victory. And everybody's cracking up because the 3 really good players were taken out by that guy. And then I took out that guy. It was just one of those rare moments in Call of Duty. So yeah, I play Call of Duty. Honestly, I mean, it's kind of weird. Hello, Al Stewart. It's kind of weird that, you may not believe this, but again, the only stories I tell you are all true, as bizarre as they are. On Rebirth Island, easily I have 1,000 victories. 1,000. That's how much I play. Now, this I think is, if I'm not mistaken, Ho-Oh. Okay, George. Take care. I think this is Ho-Oh. Somebody. No, that's not Centipede. Pheasantipity. Oh boy. Oh well. Who is it then? It's not Moltres. I know that. Pheasantipity. Yeah, it probably sounds like that. Yeah. Here's those cute eggs again. Here's this flower that I have no idea who it is. And here's the master ball of who knows. I can't remember. Ladybug, which is ladybug. I know that. If you look at it, ladybug. It's a ladybug. Oh, Grandpa, you're such a nut. Oh, boy. My nose is itching. That is not good. I can't tell you why my nose is itching. Ladybug. Right. Ladybug. I know. I have the book here. The book of Pokemon, and it's that thick. God. Oh. Ladybug. This is, I hate saying it. This looks like it is. This is Flapple. Flapple. It is Flapple. And this is, bear with me. Bear something. Bear something. And watch the next one. The next one's good. The next one is a stamped card. The next one is, I'd like this card. It's Applin, and it's stamped. It's nice. Oh, I'm surprised. It's now, it's still 9:20 of, and I'm still going. One of these times I'm going to be on, and you're going to see me go. Luckily, it's not too late. It's just that today exhausted me. Flapple. I don't know. Let me look. Okay. It looks like it says Oswaldo Cato, Kato. Oswaldo. Oswaldo Cato. Cato. Cato, I'm calling off tonight's attack. Does anybody remember that? Cato. The Pink Panther. Great movie. Peter Sellers. Hilarious movie. See, the sad part is I'm so old, I can talk about things that a lot of you, I wonder what the average age is here. The average age is probably about 35 to 40, I'm going to say. Just guessing. I can see online, the average person that follows me is 18 to 55. Yeah. So even 51, I'm still 23 years older than you. The Pink Panther. I love the Pink Panther. Slack off. I don't know who this is. I don't know. Who's it evolved from? I don't even know who it evolves from. This is Clobbopus and Monkey Dory, the Master Ball. And you know what's funny is I keep forgetting, is it Master Ball or Mega Ball? For some reason tonight, I'm getting it all correct. It's Master Ball. Duocian. Yes. Okay. 2 more. You know, let me talk about what's coming up here, and then the next giveaway, what I think I'm going to do. I hear my sweetie up here. I hear her. She's right outside my door. Oh, again, this is Flapple. Anytime the apple's broken, it's Flapple. Flapple. They're saying hi, Suze. She didn't hear me. So that's Flapple. So he's sitting inside an apple. He's the rotten or the sour apple, not rotten. Sorry about that. Laurel and Hardy. Laurel and Hardy did one of my favorite movies of all time. Let's talk about this, then we'll talk about that movie. I don't know who this is. Who is this? Then we have, nobody's answering. Slack off. Miss Spirit. Yes, you're right. Flapple. Okay, Laurel and Hardy did one of my favorite movies, which was, of course, The March of the Wooden Soldiers. They call it that, but the real name was Babes in Toyland. And I just, every time I see that show with that movie on, I watch it because it's such a cool movie about the boogeymen. And Silas is the bad guy. And Little Bo Peep has lost their sheep. And Tom and Little Bo Peep are supposed to get married. And Ollie D and Stanny Dumb with the little things that he hits with the stick and it goes, and he gets them to stick into the backs of the boogeymen. Oh, it's such a great movie. And the Boogeyman Land, I don't remember what that's called. There's a moat in it, and there's alligators in there, and all the boogeymen. Oh, it's such a great movie. You have to watch it. It's Xmas. It's a Christmas time movie, right? I love the Three Stooges also. I really love the Three Stooges, but you know, in reality, there were how many Stooges? That's a good one. How many Stooges were there? Of course, the name of the show was The Three Stooges, but how many Stooges were there? Not the old Three Stooges, you know, with Mo Howard and Larry Fine. 4? Nope. Chasing Old. Yep. Moe, Larry, Curly, Shemp, Curly Joe, and Joe Besser, because Curly passed away. And they tried replacing him with Curly Joe and then Joe Besser. So there were 6 Three Stooges. Pretty cool. And like Moe, Shemp, and Curly were, if I'm not mistaken, brothers. So they were a vaudeville act. It's to me. And by the way, they made a little cameo appearance in a movie called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. One of the Three Stooges made a cameo appearance. I think it was Moe. I think. I can't remember. I have to watch it. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. It's got one of the great lineups of people in it. One of the great casts. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. There were just so many people in there. Boy, it was nuts. Great movie. You know, it's another good movie. Who's the girl that did Breakfast at Tiffany's? Audrey Hepburn. Nobody wrote it yet. Audrey Hepburn. Not Katharine Hepburn, Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn was the very pretty one. Yeah, she was Pretty Woman. She was in a movie called Wait Until Dark, where she was blind. And people tried smuggling drugs into the country, and she had them. She didn't know it. She didn't know she had the drugs. And they're trying to get the drugs. They're trying to find out where they are. And it's just, yeah, yuck, yuck, yuck. It's such a great movie. Wait Until Dark. Classic movie. Last Pack Magic. I loved Curly. Moe, Larry, Cheese. Moe, Larry, Cheese. Yeah, Audrey Hepburn was timeless beauty. You're right. She did great movies. Very pretty woman. Last Pack Magic. Well, I already had one SAR, so I'm not going to get any better than that. You're not going to pull 2. And in case you didn't see it, there it is. Kecleon. That's a pretty card. I love that card. And these are all stamped. Cast form. Sunny cast form. I finally got it. Now that it doesn't count. Oh, babe. That looks like broccoli. Okay. Here we go. Is there any last pack magic? No. Tapu Bulu, somebody said. I think that's Tapu Bulu. And I know this is Flapple. I know it is. This looks like the person that does that little commercial for mushroom coffee. Mushroom coffee. Let me rephrase that. Oh, Betty White was very pretty when she was young, sure. But she was young around the Civil War time. Betty White was very pretty. Tapu Bulu. Yvonne DiCarlo that played Morticia Adams. Oh my gosh. Whew. On the Addams Family. You know who I loved? I loved Rodney Dangerfield in Caddyshack. That was, Caddyshack was a really good movie. There's so many really good movies out there. And then, you know who I like? Boy, why am I talking movies now? First of all, I love this series Reacher. And I love when the bad guys get it. So I love Reacher. Jason Statham. Now I like him. He's a good he fits the part. Reacher is great. And they're in season 4 right now. I think I've watched all 4 of I think 4 episodes are out. I've watched all of them, however many there are. Dangerfield was great in Caddyshack. That hat. Who would wear a hat like that? And he turns and the guy has the hat and he goes, "Looks good on you." Oh my God. Oh, I love old movies. Classics. Back to School. Did you ever see that one? A great movie. Or there was one where, if I'm not mistaken, it was Joe Pesci and Rodney Dangerfield. Rodney's mother-in-law made believe she passed away, and Rodney's supposed to inherit money if he treats people nicely, and it's impossible for him to do it. And I can't remember what the name of the movie was. It was hilarious. Rodney Dangerfield. And also, boy, I'm thinking of all these great movies. Now, I'll watch Gone with the Wind every time it's on television. I'll watch The Wizard of Oz every time it's on television. The diving board scene, right? The triple Lindy. Oh my God. See, how can I remember that? The triple Lindy. Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield, where he has the professor is Sam Kinison. And wait, no, Sam Kinison isn't the professor, is he? Maybe, I think he is. And Rodney's saying you have to bribe this guy. How do you do business? Well, you got to bribe this guy. You got to bribe that department. You got to bribe this. Then you got to deal with the Teamsters. And because the professor's talking about you have to do this, this, and this, and that's all you have to do. And Rodney's like, "What are you, crazy? He goes, you got to do all this other stuff. Otherwise, you'll never get anything done." The triple Lindy. Oh my. Young Frankenstein was a classic movie. I talked about that a little while ago. It's a classic movie. Mel Brooks. Blazing Saddles. The sheriff's bong. The sheriff's bong. A classic movie. See, Sam Kinison. I went to I brought my kids to a concert to see Bon Jovi a long time ago in Giant Stadium. It was a stadium tour, and Sam Kinison was the host. And it was like funny because my kids were little, and he says nothing that's not. He'd get banned from YouTube in an hour. Yeah, right. Excuse me while I whip this out. We'd like to give you this laurel and a hearty handshake. You can't say the comments. You can't say them here. The woman with the pies. Oh my God, what comes out of her mouth? Oh, Jesus. Oh, Gene Wilder and Cleavon Little. And he's dressed up in, one of them's dressed up in a Ku Klux Klan outfit, and he has Cleavon Little. Cleavon Little's the sheriff. He's the black guy. And they're holding him, and they're trying to get these guys to chase him. And Cleavon Little's going, where's the white women? Where's the white women? It's hilarious. If you've not seen that movie, you have to watch it. Or the pen scene where he's trying to put the pen in the pen holder. I'm not even going to say that one. But that was Harvey Korman, was the maybe the governor. Oh my God. My second son has a daughter who's 4 years old that won't go to bed till 11 o'clock at night. Thank you, Island Hayes. So it's funny and it's weird. She gets in the house and she takes her clothes off. She runs around in just panties. And she's a 4-year-old girl. And like, where'd she get that from? God. The governor, the governor. And Mel Brooks is trying to put a pen into a pen holder. And and Harvey Korman goes, I'll say it. What the heck? Think of your secretary. And it goes, zip. Oh my God. You can't. The sad part is these movies are so funny, but if you were trying to make them now, just think about it. Just think about this. They banned that one song, Baby It's Cold Outside, while one of those black rapping women had a song that I'm not going to say the name of it, but it was WAP, W-A-P. This is bad and that's good? Like, huh? Oh, yeah. Richard Pryor and one is blind and one is deaf. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. See no evil, hear no evil. Oh, classic movie. They go to jail and they can't. One can see what's going on and the other one can hear what's going on. But it's like that classic. Who's on first? What's on second? I don't know. Third outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I just, wow, why am I in movie mode? I have to watch movies now. I have to watch a movie. I have to watch, is there a good movie out right now? I don't know. I don't like going to movie theaters because I'd rather watch them on the big screen TV here. Make your own popcorn. Right. The blind guy. Left, little right, little. The blind guy's fighting. The blind guy is Richard Pryor, and the guy that can't hear is Gene Wilder. And Gene Wilder is, oh my God, it's so funny. Oh, this was a movie night. I hadn't planned that to make this a movie night. So one thing I was going to say, the next giveaway, if I can find them, I want to have a pack giveaway, but have some really nice packs for the top 3 or 4 people. Really nice packs, if I can find them. We'll see. So it's 8:59. It's going to be 9 o'clock in 1 minute, and I'm going to go to sleep. So this is Grandpa. I really thank you for being here today, and good luck in this new giveaway. I still have to do back giveaways to do. I have to figure out something. So, and of course, I love Disney movies. So Angela Lansbury was Mrs. Potts in Beauty and the Beast. And I used to play the piano a little bit, I'll tell you. My daughter used to walk around with a basket with books in it. She made believe she was Belle, and I was Gaston, and I would sing Gaston's parts. When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. And now that I've grown, how many eggs does he eat? And now that I've grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs because I'm roughly the size of a barge. Susie met LeFou. I can't remember what the guy's name is. She was with her son in a restaurant in Los Angeles, and sitting at the table was Ryan Gosling and the guy that played LeFou. And she goes, I have to go over. I wasn't there. And she said she went over to Ryan Gosling and said, I don't want an autograph or pictures. I just want to say I love your movies. And she completely ignored the guy who was LeFou, he's a big star, but he's not Ryan Gosling. So this is Gramps. It's time. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for me to go to sleep. So I love everybody here. Hopefully I have some videos online tomorrow, and I'll start trying to catch up. I'll do the best I can. But I might just sleep tomorrow. So thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. And I got to figure out this algorithm because it's really starting to pee me off. Really is. I was averaging 3,000 subs a month, and I've gone 2 subs flat. So this is Gramps saying good night. Love you guys. And you all, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. But I'll talk to you during the week, I'm sure. Take care.